Many plants, like these leafy greens, will grow much faster and stronger if you give them liquid fertiliser regularly. But the downside is that many commercial liquid fertilisers are fairly pricey, but there is an alternative. With just a little bit of effort, you can get the same beneficial effects as the commercial products with things you can make yourself. Fertiliser teas, and they're all pretty simple to make. The first one we're going to look at is made with manure. All I've done here is filled an old pillowcase with chicken manure, but you can use any sort of animal manure that you'd normally use on the garden. Oh, good stuff. So to create your fertiliser tea bag, it's simply a matter of tying that up with a bit of string, putting it into a large container, and then just covering it up to the top of the pillowcase. Let that sit for a few hours to let all the goodies leach into the water, and you're ready to go. You can reuse the tea bag many times, but the really critical point is to make sure that you get the concentration right. So it only takes a very small amount of this concentrated tea, probably about 1 in 10 or 1 in 20, and you want it to be about the colour of a wheat tea. Something just like that. Another option for creating fertiliser tea is a worm farm. Look at those worms doing their work there. Now, to create your fertiliser tea from that, the method I've evolved is to take a full watering can and just pour it through the worm farm. You can do this every week. Now, as that water flows through the worm farm, it's actually catching all the soluble nutrients and leaching them through down to the bottom. But as well as the nutrients, you're also getting all sorts of humus and beneficial microorganisms, which are great for your soil. Once again, you don't want to burn your plants by giving them too much of a good thing. So it's really important to dilute this concentrate down to the colour of wheat tea before you apply it to your plants. Kitchen scraps, they're like gold from the kitchen for your garden. But I'm going to show you how to make another type of fertiliser tea from them. We take a good handful, put it into our container, try not to spill too much, and then a cup of water and puree. Once you've got about a litre of puree, add it to a bucket, then put another 5 litres of water in and steep it overnight, as I've done with this one. And it's almost ready to use. The final step is to put it through a coarse sieve to get out all the chunky bits. Now these can go into your worm farm or your compost heap, and what you're left with is another wonderful liquid tea fertiliser. Leave the rose off your watering can so it doesn't get clogged up, and it's ready to put on your plants. They'll love you for it. So fertiliser teas, they cost next to nothing to make, and they're organic. So they're great for your soil and they'll feed your plants at the same time. Why not give it a go? I'll see you next time.